Time now for Media Watch. Here already in the studio, James Creedon, ready to go. James, we're starting with a tragic story, no two ways about it, of a Canadian teenager who killed herself because of online bullying. But the hacking group Anonymous have tracked down her supposed tormentor. You take up the story.
All right, this was a girl by the name of Amanda Todd. It's been in the news for a couple of days now. I think we have pictures of a video that she actually put up online, recounting in this format here with cards her ordeal, where she claims to have been harassed by this guy she met online. She was a 15-year-old. The supposed person behind this is 30. So a bit of an age difference, and he published naked photos of her online, etc., etc., etc. She shared her story online in this fashion and continued then on, unfortunately, to end her life. Now, Anonymous, as you can see here with that anonymous mask, they've become well known in the last year or two for hacking and for revealing information. They supported Julian Assange and others. They have decided to reveal the name of the guy they have determined to be behind this torment that this young girl suffered, and put it up online. Now I'll show you on the computer, Mark, because what they've done is they've gone and put that YouTube video up. You can see it there, which basically gives the name of this guy. And I think we have a paste bin page here as well. Now I'm not going to zoom because you'll get the details that they put up online, which I think perhaps are best not shared, but actually easily findable if you go about trying to find them. And so his name, his address, all sorts of stuff was put up online identifying this guy. Now, this story has generated an awful lot of emotion and upset. So you can imagine that there's a high risk now that this guy could be lynched. Now, here you have the Canadian media, CTV, going after the same supposed guy. They don't want to reveal his identity, so they've blurred him out because they aren't sure that he is behind it. Because, of course, this is a case, Mark, as this next tweet says, it's a French tweet, presumption of innocence out the window, judicial system ignored, being judged without proof, welcome to the world of Anonymous.
Indeed, it certainly is food for thought and makes you think about all sorts of issues that every parent worries about safety on the internet, about your children and how they use these things, and of course the pains of growing up. It's a terribly sad story, and
right. And I think
there's something really, really horrible, isn't it?
It's got a couple of different angles in it that are a revelation of how the internet has changed our lives, really. First of all, as you say, young people and how they can now interact with strangers in a much less guarded way, and the consequences of that. Also, this group outside of the law sort of seeing a remedy to the situation that perhaps isn't ideal either. So it's a whole new world out there.
Absolutely awful. James, what's next?
All right, to lighten the mood a little bit, Mark, Felix Baumgartner, we remember him. He's the guy who jumped out of a kind of a capsule in the sky.
Capsule 36 kilometres above Earth, yeah.
Brave dude. Now, is he brave enough to go on the RERB on his own? Because
now this is let me just explain to people. This is the regional train which will take you from the north of Paris, the Paris Charles de Gaulle, all the way through the centre to the far end where I live, around that way. I use this line quite often.
Right, how do you find it?
I find it an absolute nightmare.
Right, you're not the only one, right? Felix, he's going to attempt crossing Ile-de-France, or the Paris region, on his own, and there you have the little pastiche, the photo of him inside in the RER. And indeed, it is notoriously late and overcrowded and the whole lot.
That picture is not misrepresentative of how crowded it gets. Very often you pull into Gare du Nord, Châtelet-Les Halles, these stations in the centre of Paris, and the train is packed and people just basically charge at the crowd and push, and people are thrown and push like that. It's just it's a nightmare.
That's right. So this is one media hack's way of demonstrating what a challenge that is. It's worse. It's
worse than jumping out of a hot air balloon. That is very, very funny. Right. Proof the French smell very quickly.
All right. Well,
maybe it's because of that.
Maybe it's because they're stuck in public transport for too long. All right. It's a new poll. It's by BVA poll for hygiene products. So look, are they really that unbiased? Now, they claim that 20% of French people surveyed admitted to not washing their hands before dining, 12% forego the trip to the sink after using les toilettes, etc., etc., etc. So this is confirmation of that old tired cliche that the French are a little bit pongy, right? But there are also polls saying that a 2011 study indicating French women spend longer preparing for the day in the mornings than the European neighbours. So, what are they doing in the bathroom if they're not washing?
I never said they didn't like grooming themselves. Maybe just they wash themselves, No, we found no proof of that at all in our office here at France 24. Everyone smells wonderful.
Absolutely. It smells
James,
of roses.
I need to stop you there. Take care. James with Media Watch. Thank you very much. Stay with a short break. After that, back with more news. Some sport and a little bit of culture. You're watching Live from Paris. Stay with us.